नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम क़ाल अल्लाहु तआला इन्ना हुदल्लाहि हुवल हुदा व क़ाल रसूलुल्लाहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम खैरुकुम मन तअल्लमल क़ुरआन व अल्लमा सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम व सदक़ रसूलुल करीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली अल्लाहुम्मा इरहमनी बिल क़ुरआनिल अज़ीम वजअलहु ली इमामन व नूरन व हुदन व रहमा वजअलहु ली हुज्जतन या रब्बिल आलमीन आमीन सुम्मा आमीन रब्बि यस्सिर व ला तुअस्सिर व तम्मिम बिल खैर। So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rahmanir Rahim. Yu'til hikmata man yasha. Yu'ti mean he grants. He who grants, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al hikmata, the wisdom, the knowledge, the wisdom, the hikmah. Man yasha, to whom he wills. Are you guys with me so far?
Yes.
So he grants who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the wisdom to whom he wills. He chooses whom he is going to give the hikmah. And then the next ayah, وَمَن يُؤْتَ الْحِكْمَةَ, and whoever is granted this wisdom, فَقَدْ أُوتِيَ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا, then certainly he or she is granted an abundant good. Okay? وَمَا يَذَّكَّرُ, and none remembers illa ulul albab, except those of understanding. So what do we get from this verse? Do we need this gift of hikmah? Do we need this gift of knowledge?
Alhamdulillah.
Right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
So we want to be among this group because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gives this to people. Now, does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives things without asking or without having an interest or intention in your heart? Highly unlikely. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give hidayah to the people who are seeking hidayah, right? So if he gives the hikmah to someone and whomever he chooses, then that person is given an abundant gift, khairan kasira, a lot of good. And those people, who are those people? Those are the people who are the people of understanding. So do we want to be among the people of understanding?
Yes.
Ameen, inshallah. So what is our first step? That we go towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala seeking knowledge and then asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that out of that knowledge, he blesses us with the wisdom and hikmah, right? So today, if we are back in this class, that is a sign that this wisdom was given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because he got our heart ready to come back. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So inshallah, we are in one way or the other are part of this blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that by seeking knowledge and the knowledge of nothing else, the Holy Quran, the knowledge of khair, the knowledge of the Kalamullah, which will inshallah take us to the highest level in Jannah and it will lead us to Jannah inshallah, right? Yeah. So
Yes.
he gives wisdom to whom he wills. And whoever has been given wisdom has certainly been given much good. And none will remember except those of understanding. Rasulullah said, the best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it. Right? So do we want to be among the best people? Be among the group of people who are the best among others, like the people who learns Quran and teaches it? Do you think
Yes.
by learning the Arabic, are we going to be in the first category, the people who are trying to understand and learn Quran?
Inshallah.
Inshallah, right? So with that, let me give you another motivation here. And we do this once in a while to get our iman, increased. And this is the one, I'm sure most of you will remember this from previous. So this is the hadith.
Yes.
To get the highest level in Jannah. And the hadith says, وَأَنْ Abdullahi bin Amru bin al-As radiyallahu anhuma an-Nabiyyi sallallahu alayhi wasallam qala. What is the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said? يُقَالُ لِصَاحِبِ الْقُرْآنِ اقْرَأْ وَارْتَقِي وَرَتِّلْ كَمَا كُنْتَ turattilu fid dunya fa inna manzilataka inda akhira ayatin takra'uha. Now, alhamdulillah, most of you who have been with the Arabic grammar, mashallah, you will understand without even translation. But for the benefit of everyone else, it says that the Prophet ﷺ said, the one who was devoted to the Quran will be told on the day of resurrection, recite and ascend in ranks, as you used to recite when you were in the world. Your rank will be at the last ayah you recite. Yeah? So question for us, if we only know Qul Huwallahu Ahad, and let's say we make it to Jannah and we were told to recite and ascend, what will be our rank? 5 verses, maybe level 5. Yeah? So if we know 100 ayahs or 1,000 ayahs, or alhamdulillah, one day if we plan to do the whole Quran, you can imagine what will be your level in the Jannah. Yeah? So is everybody motivated to become the Sahib al-Quran? So what is the definition? What is the definition of Sahib al-Quran? So let's take a look at that. Before we do that, let's see what we do in the dunya for the worldly house. For the dunya, for this world, what do we do? Many of us work for years to save the money to build a house in this dunya. And in general, when the house gets ready, people cross their middle age, and some even die before they enter it. Agree? And we know that we will not live in such a house forever, not even perhaps next 25 years. Do we know how much life we have? Do we have any guarantees on the life? We don't know. So the more we live here, the more problematic the old age becomes in general. Agree? We are busy making this house and planning to enjoy living in it. Yeah? So Sahib al-Quran, the person, whether male or female, who is devoted to the Quran, the one who recites, alhamdulillah, understands, mashallah, we are trying, because now when we understand the Quran, how? We're learning the language of the Quran, the Arabic, and then implements, meaning bring the Quran in their lives. Yes? Like what is supposed to be done and what is not supposed to be done, the halal and the haram, and the do's and the don'ts, right? And then also the person who memorizes the Quran. May Allah make us among those. Yes? And propagates it. And as much as possible. Propagates mean, like right now, me talking about this hadith or talking about these verses to increase the love of Quran in our hearts is like propagation. Like I'm trying to convince you with this halaqah that inshallah we should connect with the Quran and we become the Sahib al-Quran. So that is a way of propagating it, meaning is bringing it to your attention and telling you the benefits and trying to create this interest and this love in your heart so that we all gets connected to this Quran, right? So who does not want to get eternally promoted? Do we all want to be promoted eternally and live in the best state of health and facilities? So if we want to do that, the easy recipe is in front of us by the saying of Rasulullah, which is an authentic or Hasan hadith, that the one who recites the Quran, he understands it and implements it and memorizes it and propagates it. Inshallah, we are trying to be in each of these departments. So alhamdulillah, we try to recite every day. Yes, we are trying to understand by reading the translation, by learning the Arabic language, by learning the tafasir. We are going to the halaqah, we are listening to the scholars. And then to the best of our ability, we are trying to implement the do's and don'ts of the Quran. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us, we memorize some part of it. And inshallah, we struggle and we have the desire to memorize the whole Quran. And if we can't do it ourselves, at least most of us have this desire that their children become the Hafiz al-Quran. Yes? And this one area where we are a little bit lacking, which we should focus on, is to propagate, meaning we should talk more about Quran or invite people to Quran, like our families, our friends, anybody who's in our surrounding, anybody who's in our circle. Yeah, so this is one area where we need to improve and increase our effort. So are we all excited and motivated that by coming to this class, we are trying to fulfill all these learnings or talimat or the sayings of the Prophet and the Quran. Yeah?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So are we motivated again?
Inshallah.
Okay, good. So